Hey everybody, Jerry Williams, aka Greater Sapien here. Thanks for stopping by. I'm currently at the San Francisco airport heading to Philadelphia, then I'll be in Delaware for the next 2 weeks for work. I wanted to follow up on the video that I linked to in the community section, a little exchange between myself and Todd Peachey. Todd's been pretty consistent about kind of reaching out to me, trying to get either a conversation going or an argument going, or trying to get some information from me and get on the topics that I don't necessarily care about. But what you don't see is that every so often he sends me little links to like private videos, and that aren't up on YouTube. And so that happened the other day. He reached out, little private video with what he thought was a genuine explanation of how things worked. And I quickly saw where the mishap was and what he was doing. So then I put out a video. Sent him a direct video explaining it, and it seems to have worked to a certain degree in that he accepted the facts of what I was saying. And my point being that conservation momentum works universally. It doesn't matter whether or not you're in a moving reference frame or not. It's all the same. An inertial reference frame is the same as long as the motion is constant. It's the same. All these interactions, all these collisions, will happen exactly the same. And so you can't use that as an example of why the Earth can't be moving, because they would look the same whether or not the Earth was moving. It doesn't go both ways. I mean, it goes both ways. It doesn't mean that the Earth is moving. Doesn't mean the Earth is not moving. So I wanted to follow up with that, and also I'm gonna follow up next with the actual video that I sent him. His video is contained within it, and then you'll see what the interaction was about. And he says that he's going to do another video, and maybe that will, if I can counter that, maybe he'll bring him around to the globe side. I don't know if that's actually the case, because honestly, all these motion related discussions, they work either way. They're not in favor or out of favor of the globe. That's just how physics is, no matter what. So there's no reason for that to make him change his mind. But if it does, that's great. But I did want to acknowledge that he did put out a video saying that I was right on something, because I did kind of give an ultimatum after making the video. I said you had 2 days, you had till Sunday to admit that you were wrong or admit that I was right. And he did that. So I got to give him an honorable mention for that. So what you see here is the video I sent to him in response, explaining his error, and just something to hold you over until I get back to the Dubai videos on Monday. And I have a new experiment that I did in this airport that I will edit on the flight and have it for you sometime next week. All right, everybody, take care. Okay, Todd, let's give this a try. I'm going to pull up your video here, and I'm going to explain it to you. And hopefully, I haven't practiced this. Hopefully, I'll be able to explain it to you in a way that you'll understand where your error is. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, so here's your video. It's going to start it, and I'll start and stop where I need.
Momentum is transferred.
Oops. All right.
If I was wrong, I would admit I was wrong. But I'm not wrong.
You are.
This is your elastic collision on a non-moving Earth. I'd like to know how, on the moving Earth, you get car A to move away from point C, because it's not possible.
Actually, pretty simple.
C's moving towards B. A is moving towards B. B is motionless. Momentum is transferred.
Okay, now I'm going to back up real quick, because I want you to see the setup that's here. I'm glad you did this little animation. It works. Okay, so as you can see, we have point C going toward B at 1,000. We have A going toward B at 2,000. We have A also going towards C, but since C is going away at 1,000, it's only approaching it at 1,000. We're all in agreement with that. And as you can see, B has no motion. It has like universal no motion. So that means relative to C, C is going toward it at 1,000. Relative to C, it's also going towards C. That's just how it works. If C is going toward B, B is going towards C. It's just a matter of your point of view, but that's what's happening. They're getting closer together. C and B are getting closer together at the rate of 1,000. And B has a 0 over it. And so the motion that matters is the motion of C. Got it? Good. Let's move on.
Towards B. A is moving towards B. B is motionless. Momentum is transferred. A comes to a complete stop, like you said. How's it going to move away from C?
And this is your problem right here. What you did is you properly transferred all of A's momentum over to B, so we have 2,000, right? But C is still the same. A has the exact same motion that B previously had, doesn't it? Look at it. A has 0 over it. It is not moving. Just like previously, B had 0 over it and was not moving. And so when B was not moving, what was the motion that mattered? The motion of C. C was going under it at 1,000. But for some reason, you here stopped A with a 0, but you're still moving it along with C at 1,000. It's stuck with C. So even though your number says 0, you didn't actually give it 0 motion. If it has 0 motion, it should stay still on this screen, just like B was before. And C should move under it at 1,000, meaning A and C are separating at 1,000, just like C and B were coming together at 1,000. A and C should now be going apart at 1,000. But what you did is you didn't animate it here for some reason. Let's go back in position. Look, 0, B 0, C 1,000, A 2,000. Let's move it forward. B is not moving. Good for you. The B animation isn't moving at all. It's staying right in place. And C is moving under it because B has no motion. Look at that. That's the way it should be. And then you transfer, and then you keep moving A for some reason. You need to just leave A exactly where it was. Leave A exactly where it was, just like you left B exactly where it was. So then A should stop moving, and C and B should move away from it. That's how you should have done it. And then you would have seen, because it doesn't matter about the whole system being in motion. What matters is this interaction right here. Whether the Earth is moving or whether or not it's stationary, the actions will be the same. You can't tell. That's why you can't use this as evidence. It's not proof that the Earth is moving, but it's not proof that it's stationary. It works the same either way, and that's why you can't use it. There it is. I don't know how to spell it out any plainer to you, but look at what you did and understand that you did not have A have the same motion that you gave B. A is still moving on the screen for some reason, while when you did B, you didn't move it on the screen. And you shouldn't have moved A, and then everything would have gone fine. So it's not that A gains motion and goes away from C. C goes away from A, which in the end is the same. Anyway, there you go.
There. That's all you get. All right. I can do better than that.
there you have it. I was blown out of the water by your last video. I've never seen you so focused, and I don't even know how to put it. It was amazing. I watched a lot of your videos, and I was just like, who is this guy? I appreciate it. I considered that possibility. I did. I thought about it a lot. I can't say you're wrong, for sure. So you're right. I'm going to make another video. I've got better examples. I've got a test idea like you had talked about, coming up with a test. And so don't miss my next video. If you can tear that apart, you might just make a globe believer out of me.